to start us off. He'll return it from inside the 5. Excellent work by the coverage team. He's brought down after just a short return. So South Carolina's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Remember, last year, both these teams collided playing well at the end of the season. Kirk ended up being a brutal defensive game. Gamecocks rallying late to win it by 3.
Yeah, Chris, think about last year. One thing about Clemson, when they have a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter in Death Valley, usually that game is over. But Lenore Sellers, the quarterback from South Carolina, went on the road in that environment and won the hearts and the trust of the staff to be able to win that game in a comeback fashion. Really exciting, and I think it really elevates the intensity of this rivalry.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Looking to pass it. Pump over the middle. It's Bennett. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
2nd down after that previous play. Wants to throw it. Tries the right with a quick throw. What a catch! He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. It's the latest chapter in a backyard rivalry game that goes back to 1896. Of course, these days, it's a non-conference end-of-the-year collision, Kirk, but it really has gained prominence in recent years.
And I think this is one of the nastier rivalries out there, to be honest with you. And I think over the last, 10 or 15 years, Clemson has obviously taken their program to another level. What Shane Beamer's been able to do here in the last few years in Columbia has really elevated the Gamecocks program. So it's gone to a whole nother level, not just for Clemson, but really for both these teams.
The Gamecocks looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And that pass falls incomplete. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Back to pass. It's Sellers. Looking to set up a screen pass here. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And the Gamecocks hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Here's the handoff, 1st and goal. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
No gain makes it 2nd and goal from the 9. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another chance. And he goes nowhere. Stop pull behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, I really thought on second goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. And man, does it backfire.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught on the outside. It's Brown. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. Knocks that one right down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So Clemson's offense comes out for their first possession today. And Kirk, this is one we've been looking forward to. A matchup of 2 quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season.
Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these 2 quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out, work against these defenses that they're facing, and try to put up as many points as they can. Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quick throw, catch made. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game. And it's South Carolina in the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Single back, takes the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. To throw, it's Klubnik. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
And the Tigers churn out another first down. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll run it from the gun. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. It's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up fourth down and 1.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
The Tigers will come to the line here looking to convert on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, there's nothing better than that. Fourth down and 1, hand it off to your back. He's able to get behind that offensive line and pick up the first down for a new set of downs.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. To the air, it's Klubnik. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
The thing about this tight end is he is not only a great blocker, but shows here early in this game he can make great catches as well.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Play fake, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT makes the score 7-3.
That makes the score Clemson 7, South Carolina 3.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. To the air, it's Sellers. And he dumps it off to the tight end.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught! He's wide open! Look out! And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and short. Looking to throw here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
They told us all week that they thought they had an opportunity to get this tight end the football. And here they are early in the game showing that they mean business.
The Gamecocks will line up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Bennett. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. To throw, it's Sellers. Grabbed by the receiver. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He made good on his first attempt. This one is from 40 yards away. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
And the Gamecocks will kick it off to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's got it in the open. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, it seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on to the NFL having great careers, and now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds and a short gain on the play.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Trying to find some room. It's Haynes. They bring him down at the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. 1st down.
These guys didn't let the halftime break slow them down. They continue to dominate the line of scrimmage, give the ball to the back. Nice big positive gain to get things started here in the second half.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. And at 1st down, they go right back to him. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense swarming him that time. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, I This guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
In an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's fourth down.
When they take a shot into the end zone on third down, they come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. He got it. The field goal's good.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
South Carolina, 6.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On first down, it's play action. Looking for a deep completion. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, Gamecocks, to put them on top now.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT.
The extra point.
The PAT puts them up 3. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Pulls it in, it's Moore. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
I feel like this quarterback could make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a curl route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit it into a tight window for that first down completion.
A new set of downs after that completion. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is complete to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down to the 48. Clemson getting set with a first and 10 now. Now they call a run. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, staying holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And it's South Carolina in the lead here, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. Sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Lets it fly out of the wideout. He's got it with room to run. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Takes the handoff. It's Randall. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Been a really solid drive, but now a challenge here coming up on 2nd and 13. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Snags the quick throw. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play.
The slant may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, they might as well just keep attacking just like that.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense and man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
So now we'll have a field goal attempt, one of the biggest moments of this game so far. He made good on his first attempt, but this one is from 47 yards away. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. He decides to keep it here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Incomplete for a third straight play.
I like the call here. Third down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on third down and long.
The Gamecocks will bring their punt team onto the field. He'll call for the fair catch here. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. Off the play fake on first down. and he drops it. Can you believe it?
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
2nd and 10 following the incompletion from the 37. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
To the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Clock stops officially 2 minutes to go before the end of this game. We'll take a quick pause. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. On the ground, it's Haynes. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Give it to the back again. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that 1st down.
Looking for the wide out. Wide open downfield. Timeout called by the defense, their 1st of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Clemson. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game was on the line. Now we'll see if his own defense can hold on to this lead.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
That makes the score. Clemson 20, South Carolina 13.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Harbor. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Dropping back. It's Sellers. Lets it go quickly. Caught over the middle. It's Harbor. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Bennett. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Extending the play now. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself. And the offense will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Boy, I love to see this quarterback throwing the football the way he is. That's the way you start a drive. 3 for 3, and let's keep it going.
Well, that's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.